This video was requested by @BithyChowdhury6562 and is a part of a series that covers everything you need to know about the TCF Canada exam, including the exam and question formats, grading systems, and what examiners look for, as well as tips to succeed. If you find this helpful or want me to cover another topic after this, please let me know in the comments below. So what is the TCF Canada exam? The TCF Canada exam is a French language evaluation test designed by France Éducation Internationale under the French Ministry of National Education. It's used specifically for immigration to Canada and Quebec. There are similar French language evaluation tests used in Canada, like the TEF, TCF tout public, etc. But these are mainly for academic or professional reasons. Only the TCF Canada and the TEF Canada exams are accepted for immigration and citizenship. The former will be the focus of this video. Part 2. Types of evaluation systems used for the TCF Canada exam. One very important way to understand the TCF Canada exam is by understanding its unique grading system. Your performance in this test is evaluated by two systems. The CEFR or CECRL in French, Common European Framework of Reference for Languages or Cadre Européen Commun de Référence pour les Langues, and the CLB or NCLC in French, Canadian Language Benchmark or Niveau de Compétence Linguistique Canadien. The CEFR scale is classified using 6 levels: A1 Beginner, A2 Elementary, B1 Intermediate, B2 Upper Intermediate, C1 Advanced, and C2 Proficient. It is an internationally recognized system for evaluating different languages for academic and professional purposes. This score simply gives you an idea of what level you're at in your target language. The CLB score, on the other hand, has 12 levels and focuses on everyday French and English used here in Canada. Those doing language tests for immigration may frequently come across this, as it is what IRCC uses to assign immigration points for Canada's 2 official languages. This score lets you know if you qualify for the extra points in your target immigration pathway. Part 3. How to read the TCF Canada results. So now that we have an idea about these two grading systems, we will talk about how to read the TCF Canada exam results. In most result slips, only the points scored and the CEFR levels are shown. Knowing how to translate the points you scored to a CLB level will allow you to know if you qualify for your target immigration program. So as the results are sent to France for grading, it may take about 1 to 2 weeks before receiving the results. On receiving them, they may take the format below. Here, we see the tests taken, scores obtained, and the total points for each of the tests. 699 for the comprehension tests and 20 points for the expression tests. To the right, we see a CEFR level assigned to each test. The CEFR, once again, is just for general knowledge. However, those applying for immigration or citizenship will need to enter the points they scored into their immigration application profile. So say, for example, you'd like to create an express entry profile just to find out how many points for PR you could get. Usually, you just put your TCF exam points and IRCC automatically converts them to CLB levels, assigns you PR points, and lets you know which immigration pathway you qualify for. But in the event where you would simply like to have an idea of your potential CLB level even before the exam, you can use this reference table from IRCC. Using the express entry program again as an example, the minimum score to qualify for PR points from French is CLB 7 in all 4 language tests. That would mean that you need to aim for a minimum of 400 out of 699 in the comprehension tests and a minimum of 10 out of 20 in the expression tests, which is basically B2 for all the 4 sections. Now, that may be quite a bit of information to take in, but if you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. I have also attached the tables with a grading system in the description section for your personal reference. Part 4. General exam format. Next, we will dive into the exam format. The TCF Canada exam comprises of 2 parts. A 2 hours and 35 minutes computer-based exam that includes listening, reading, and writing. You will then have a short break before coming back for a 12-minute in-person speaking test where it is just you and the invigilator. Included in the computer-based exam is the listening portion, which has 39 questions and is timed at 35 minutes, the reading portion that has 39 questions and is timed at 60 minutes, and the writing portion, which has 3 tasks and is timed at 60 minutes. The speaking section is the last section and has 3 tasks and is timed at 12 minutes. Because both listening and reading tests, or Comprehension orale and Comprehension écrite, are computer-based multi-choice questions, their grading system is the same and they're graded out of 699. The writing and speaking tests, Expression écrite and Expression orale, as they both test your ability to express yourself in French, likewise also have a similar grading system. We'll start with the listening and reading tests as they are more straightforward. Part 5. Grading system in the listening and reading tests. Both listening and reading tests are computer-based and have 39 multi-choice questions. Both tests carry 699 points each, and questions are selected from each of the 6 CEFR levels: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. They start easy, gradually increasing in difficulty. Hence, the more advanced the questions, the more points they carry. Here, we see the points assigned to each category of questions in the listening and reading tests. Questions 1 through 4 are generally A1 questions that carry 3 points each. Questions 5 to 10 are A2 questions with 9 points each. Questions 11 to 19, B1 questions, 15 points each. Questions 20 to 29 are B2 questions with 21 points each. Questions 30 to 35 are C1 questions, each carrying 26 points. And finally, questions 36 to 39 are C2 questions carrying 33 points each. Now that we have an idea of the format and grading system, let's take a look at the types of questions you will encounter, starting with the listening test.